Welcome to my channel. My name is Jay and I am insane and crazy. Today I'm doing a quick patch overview of Brawl of Ages patch 1.16 and go over which are the strongest cards helping you build the strongest decks quickly. This is going to be a pretty long video, so sit back as I break down all the changes. Starting off with the patch notes. There have been many changes to the totems, fixing some of their animations and effects. The first big changes come to the 4 arcane spells. Their mana have gone down by 1 across the board, to costing just 2 now. These spells duplicate other cards, putting a copy into your deck, paired with Aya, with her ability to reduce cost of spells, letting you duplicate certain cards for free. Other cards that have their mana cost decreased are Shank and Carter. Carter was strong before this patch, but now costing only 6, you don't have to look for the most effective way to play him to give you the best value. Another big change is the hit to the Lightning Tower. I felt like this tower was too strong before the patch, for once the tower is put up, you knew that your opponent couldn't kill you. With the changes in the patch, it is now alive 5 seconds shorter, down to 35 seconds. Its health is down 100 to 1400, and mana cost went up from 8 to 9. These changes were definitely needed. The Lightning Tower will still be strong, for it really just cost 1 more mana and lasts 5 seconds less. 3 other towers also had changes done to them. The Demon Tower, Golem Tower, and Hellfire Tower. The Demon and Golem Tower have extremely long range, letting you put them down on your side of the river and having them hit your enemy's main tower. These towers have gotten a slight increase to their lifetime and a few bugs or animation tweaks. Next are the totems. Many of these had minor updates to them, with one totem that didn't get any fixes at all, the Poison Totem. This totem shows its Aurora effect, but it affects units in a much smaller radius than it appears, making this card completely useless as it stands right now. Zaku, the strongest new card, also received a huge nerf. With the unit's health being decreased to 750, it now dies to a rocket. It spawns its abominations, also 1.5 seconds slower. Mana is increased to 11, and damage is decreased 10 to 80. These changes are too much for this unit. Something has to be given back to this card. Either the mana cost has to go down to 10, or its health has to stay at 850, so Rocket can't kill this unit in one hit. The strongest card in the game, Eclipse, also receives a slight increase in its mana, with the spell now costing 10 from 9. Even at 10 mana, this won't stop me from running this card in almost all my decks because this card is really that strong. Vex is another strong card that received the big nerf last patch, but it's getting some love again, with his Rocket Barrage now doing 110 damage up from 90. He now does 990 damage for a complete barrage compared to 110 from the other patch. Aya and Lady Tinder, 2 really strong cards played in certain decks, had their health and movement speed both drastically decreased. Lady Tinder took more of a hit to her health, with it dropping to 300 points to 850. This concludes the patch notes. Now let's talk about the strongest cards in the game, which you should unlock first once you get enough Valor. Starting with the absolute best card in the game. Eclipse is the strongest card in the game, but it is also a legendary card, making it extremely hard to get and costing 6,000 Valor. For any reason, if you're able to unlock this card, make sure you get it first. Abominations, a basic card which is also extremely strong, able to survive 4 hits regardless of damage, and for 6 mana you spawn 3 of them. This card is a must grab for how strong they are. Soul Rift is a building that spawns Fire Souls or Winter Souls, which can do some major damage if not taken care of quickly. Every 10 seconds the building spawns 3 souls, with the building lasting 50 seconds. If regular spawns were cast alone, they would cost 4, so having the building up all 50 seconds is a huge savings. Units that spawn other units are also very strong. This includes Malady, which is unlocked for free through Bronze Spore spins, the Wizard, who is a basic card for 1000 Valor, and Zaku, the most unique and expensive of the bunch. These units can give a lot of value when left out on the battlefield for long periods of time, continuing creating more and more units. Baldur may be also a worthwhile card to get if you have extra valor, for this normal card can siege towers from afar. This unit goes straight for the buildings if it isn't dealt with, so the enemy quickly has to take it down. Moxie is the strongest area of effect attacker in the game, but it is quite expensive, being an epic card for 4,000 valor. Moxie works well behind a tank such as Yeti, who is a free card. Lightning Tower is also a strong card that I talked about earlier. With it being a rare card, it costs 2,250 valor, but well worth 2,250 valor. The Rat Pack is also a really strong card. For 16 mana, spawns 3 Vermilion, which usually costs 7 each. Splitting the Rat Pack between the two lanes will take more than 16 mana to deal with. The best trade for this is Eclipse, 2 Vermilion costing 10, which leaves 1 Vermilion now costing 6, giving you instant value. Gokong is the fastest sieging unit in the game. This unit can leap across the river, making it to the enemy tower lickety-split. I like to pair Gokong up with Bastion. Bastion is a slower air unit that goes straight for buildings as well. Bastion packs a much bigger punch though, doing 1,000 damage per hit. Gokong costs 2,250 and Bastion a whopping 4,000 valor, making Gokong the pick if you have the extra valor. Other strong cards that unlock for free through the bronze board spins are Meteor and Carter. Meteor is a spell that does damage and knocks enemies in the direction of the spell cast. Carter is an extremely long AoE attacker. With proper placement, this unit can chip away at the units in the opposite lane before slowly making its way towards the enemy tower, outranging it and making the opponent use a card to deal with it. With Carter only costing 6 mana now, Missile Trade now that nets you an extra 2 mana, where with Missile Barrage, it's an equal trade, but it uses up one of your enemy's AoE spells. With so many changes made to the game in the past 2 patches, and with progression severely slowed, many of the changes to the units can't be tested. There has also been 7 new cards added, with only Zaku getting any real testing done. B&A Studios is gearing up for their release on EA's platform Origin, and with this comprehensive breakdown on the best cards in Brawl of Ages thus far for newer players, everyone can work towards these cards to get the best value for their valor. Finally made it to the end of this patch overview and the strongest cards of Brawl of Ages. What cards do you think are the best in the game? Leave a comment down below, and if they weren't in this video, I'll be sure to add them in my next video. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to see when I post future Brawl of Ages content. Thanks for watching. InsaneNcrazY out.